Oh. Okay, I'm back. It's back. Doing well. Hopefully. Ah. Alright. Go. Uh-huh. I also have Outlast too, but I'm playing Resident Evil tonight. Oh, don't do that. Stop fucking around! Stupid internet. Oh my god. It's awful. Okay. Alright. Looks okay right now. It's good. Alright. Yep. This YuGiOh thing is about. Nope. I do not like hearing myself. I don't know how y'all can stand it. God bless y'all. It's coming from an atheist too. Alright. I am so confused on why it's doing that. Because yeah, it's like dropping real bad right this second. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it. It keeps doing that. It's so weird, like just every so many nights it'll do that. Like be real bad. Yeah, it'll drop down to like 0 and then go back up to like 3,000. It's just incredibly odd. Have anything like blocking it or anything? Yeah, whatever. Alright. Gonna have to be as it is. Okay, that one. It's okay now. Alright, let's watch this YuGiOh thing.
YuGiOh duels erupted into chaos as nobody could agree what the rules were, until a great and powerful 6th grader locked away his card collection, imprisoning it within the 9 Millennium shoeboxes. Now, 5,000 years later, a boy named YuGiOh has unlocked the shoeboxes and rediscovered the lost card game of his childhood. For destiny has chosen him to explain why it was so awesome, just as the brave 6th grader did 5,000 years ago.
So stupid. Resident Evil. I want to see what he says about Resident Evil 4. That's loud. Yeah, I gotta see what he's saying about Resident Evil.
Somebody help him. Help him to the hospital.
Why was YuGiOh so awesome?
What's up, duelists? This is the Act Man here, and today it's time to discuss my favorite trading card game, Harry Potter. I summon Hagrid in attack position.
Oh,
look, I even did my hair for you.
Don't do that.
Why don't we
He
go out
just
anymore?
died.
You used to take me to Dance Dance Revolution all the time, and now you... With all the epic moments in the anime, iconic monsters, and that legendary art style, YuGiOh is certainly a once-in-a-millennium franchise. This was the largest Millennium Puzzle necklace I could get. I did my best, okay?
No! My Beaver Warrior!
But I don't need to tell you that.
What?
Just look at its sales.
My
You ever hear
Beaver
of a
Warrior?
cardboard company making over $10 billion? Oh, I guess cardboard is actually quite the booming industry. Despite my rose-tinted glasses, I can't deny that YuGiOh is both the dumbest and coolest card game ever made.
Sure.
Am I supposed to be scared to attack? Well, only if destroying an innocent soul concerns
I remember that episode.
As the president of a major corporation, I have to do that every day.
It's funny because it's true.
You know a game's
That's what they do.
complex when the characters spend half of every episode explaining what their cards do and making up rules as they go along.
Then I'll activate my Pot of Greed! This lets me draw 2 cards!
Oh, so that's what it does. I had no idea.
Pot of Greed lets me draw 2 cards from my deck!
I heard you the first time, actually.
Pot of Greed! It allows me to draw
All right, I
2
get
new
it.
cards to refresh my
You
hand.
don't have to.
Isn't that like, I've been reading a little bit on it, like Pot of Greed, isn't that like apparently some kind of like just ridiculously broken card? Because you don't have resources to like summon shit. Like that's what I heard anyway, I don't know. I'm not that, you know, trying to get into it, damn it.
Explaining
I really am.
This card,
So I can draw
you
2
can stop.
cards.
This lets me draw 2 more cards!
Quit it!
So I draw 2 cards!
What does Pot of Greed do again? And yet,
Oh, okay.
because of its absurd complexity,
Jar,
there are
okay.
countless methods
may have been
to pull
Jar.
some sick
May have been
combo
Jar.
on your unsuspecting opponent.
Activate. 3 blasting the ruin.
But Yu-Gi-Oh! Is such a broad topic with the anime, the massive changes between the Japanese and English dubs, the somewhat forgotten
Wait, what the
Season
fuck?
0. Yu-Gi-Oh!'s history
Yeah,
spans
I watched this, like, I
massive
watched like
changes between
10
the
minutes of
Japanese
this.
and
Hold
English.
on. What is this? Oh, this is the original. It's like some kind of tank dude, and this is some weird cyber thing. It's the same kind of shit that they did with Final Fantasy when they brought it over here to be localized. Obviously, it wasn't an anime, but Final Fantasy localizations are incredibly interesting. In fact, I think I have a video of that somewhere. Quite sure I must have.
English dubs, the somewhat forgotten Season 0, Yu-Gi-Oh!'s history spans over 20 years. So it'd be a monumental task to try and cover everything about it in one video. So I won't. So the main focus of today is going to be on the trading card game Duel Monsters. And anytime you say Duel Monsters, you have to kind of put on an epic voice. You can't just say Duel Monsters. No, it's Duel Monsters. Now that we got the field set up, what was it about Yu-Gi-Oh! That made it so cool? How did Duel Monsters succeed, and has it lost some of that initial cool factor that made it so appealing in the first place? Why was Yu-Gi-Oh! So awesome? And what happened to it?
Nothing.
Now,
Damn
you
it.
can't
Still
talk
awesome.
about the game without mentioning the anime.
I just got
story
into
short,
it, damn
A
it.
small kid named Yugi gets bullied a lot because he doesn't have green hair. He lives in a world where everyone has ridiculous haircuts,
Hell
and
yeah.
eventually he obtains and solves the Millennium Puzzle. Yugi then absorbs the soul of an ancient Egyptian pharaoh named Atem and gets an alter ego, Yami Yugi. And together the two run amok within society by challenging people of questionable morals to a game of chance, and then if they lose, killing them. banishing their soul to eternal damnation in the Shadow Realm.
God.
Wait, the main character does all this? That's right.
Hell
the
yeah.
protagonist of YuGiOh was a mass murdering vigilante. And that's fucking badass. But what we got
that
here in
is
America was
pretty
the pussy version
cool.
of YuGiOh, the show, as the company responsible for the English dub 4Kids insisted on removing anything remotely related to religion, sex, titties, basically anything cool.
Man, wait. Oh my gosh. If I would have been... What? Should I have watched the Japanese sub version when I was like 8 or 9 or 10? No, I was probably like, what, early teens, 13, 14? I mean, what 13-year-old didn't... Like, what 13-year-old watched Yu-Gi-Oh! For the card? No, none of them. They watched it for believe me.
People of questionable morals to a game of chance, and then if they lose, killing them. Banishing their soul to eternal damnation in the Shadow Realm. Wait, the main character does all this? That's right, the protagonist of YuGiOh was a mass murdering vigilante. And that's fucking badass. But what we got here in America was the pussy version of YuGiOh.
Oh my god, man. I was gonna put this on and watch it. I want to watch the original, and I know I don't like to read subtitles because I'm always doing something, but if it's like this, censored, fuck that, man. This is some badass shit. Let's not forget the dual discs. What is that? What are you talking about? Remember, I'm still a noob. You gotta treat gotta ease me into it. What about yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! What about the dual discs though? What are those? Are you saying we watched them for the dual discs? What the fuck are you talking about, dual discs? The hand thing. Yeah. Okay, I got you. I didn't know that's what they were called. God, this looks crazy though. This is like Power Rangers. I don't know if you ever got into like Power Rangers or any of that, but like Super Sentai. In fact, I didn't get into... So I watched Power Rangers, like one of the biggest things in my childhood. But then in college, I didn't even know this. Or maybe I did. I don't know. But I had a roommate, and he introduced me to Super Sentai, which is what the Power Rangers were based off of, obviously. And I did know that. But he's like, oh yeah, I found this site. You can watch all of them. And oh my god, it's so good. Yeah, I got you. Super Sentai, though, because I watched it with Zyuranger, Zyuranger. And that's what the original Power Rangers were based off of. Mighty Morphin was based off of that. And man, that shit is not for kids. They get drunk, they cuss, some of that shit's horrific that they do. It's amazing. And it also makes like 100 million times more sense, like within the story of these ancient people went into hibernation, and each one of them was like this amazing warrior or leader of these particular dinosaur clans. And that's why we have the Zords, like the dinosaur Zords or whatever. And like the weapons are different. I don't know. It just made like so much sense. Whereas like you're a little kid watching Power and it's like, oh my god, it's so cool, these dinosaur robots. But like it didn't make any sense in the US, but it's so crazy in Japan. It's a big... The reason I mention it's because of this, like the censorship stuff and changing stuff so much. It's pretty funny.
YuGiOh, the show, as the company responsible for the English dub 4.
Now, I do like, I guess it doesn't seem to be the same in the original. Like, there's a bunch of cyber shit in Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is probably why I kind of got into it recently, because I've been in that, like, cyberpunky kind of mood. I don't know if it's in the original.
Kids insisted on removing anything remotely related to religion, sex, titties.
No, what's different here? Oh, she doesn't have the straps on. Okay.
Basically anything cool.
What? Wait, what? Why does... What? Why did they censor that? That makes no sense. Why did... I don't know what this card is, but I'm assuming she's wearing white and red. She's some kind of like healer or something. This makes more sense than a rocket. Like this... Okay. The rocket seems a lot more suggestive than the syringe. Huh, weird. Interesting.
They censored Taya going to the bathroom.
What?
Why?
Some of the things were very obscure that they would censor. They would censor like midriff, stuff like that. It's just it's interesting because people don't realize that as kids.
Wait, hold on.
Bathroom.
Midriff?
Why?
Some of the things were very obscure that they would censor. They would censor like midriff, stuff.
Wait, that's not midriff. Midriff is like your stomach. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. The top, the neck thing. I don't know.
Stuff like that. It's just it's interesting because.
Okay. That one I mean, don't get me wrong, I like titties and everything, but I can see why they censored that one kind of. I mean, she has no nipples, so it doesn't matter.
People don't realize that as kids because it's like the.
Wait. Parasite? Oh fuck. I didn't even realize. Oh yeah, that's fucking horrific. Holy shit. Okay. It's the same thing, but this guy is just not having a good day with that parasite. Okay. I got you.
The first time that you've seen it, and you might be wondering like, what's going on? Like, some people have guns pointed at their head, but they're just holding nothing.
Yeah, they're pretending.
Wait, what? What? They did a lot of that with Pokemon too. That was real into Pokemon anime. Fuck, I could put on Pokemon right now and still watch it. It's fun. It's Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, the anime, or Sun and Moon anime. I do not like the art style that they changed it to. It's terrible.
Yeah,
Awful.
exactly.
Don't move a muscle or we'll shoot you with our invisible guns.
And in America, we didn't even get season 0, probably because the series at this point.
There's a season 0 of YuGiOh, and it's not about the... Yeah, that's what he was talking about earlier. I want to watch this. I had no idea it existed. This is like some brutal shit. That sounds amazing to me.
It had very little to do with dual monsters, and instead focused on ironic and dangerous games of chance.
So, have you seen that season 0? Because it sounds like Yugi is basically, fuck, what's his name? The bad guy in Saw, fucking puzzle, Jigsaw, right? Sounds like Yugi is Jigsaw in that. That sounds really fucking cool.
Which you can't make a card game out of.
Sure.
Most times the antagonist would end up cheating and a 10 would be like, I knew you wouldn't play by the rules. You know, one of his teachers was kind of a bitch and obsessed with her beauty, so as punishment for cheating in the Shadow game, Atem made her face crack and fall apart every time she felt vain. The dude who held Taya hostage at gunpoint failed the Shadow game and was doomed to believe he's on fire for all eternity.
What? I have to watch this now. I have to.
Damn, dude. Don't fuck with Yugi's chick. So, pretty hardcore stuff, right?
Wait, are Taya, that's her name, right? Are they like together? Or do they eventually get together? I don't remember them like necessarily being like a thing in the anime. Again, I've only watched like some of the first season in that DICE version, which I really liked a little bit. I think I watched like 2 episodes of that DICE monster version.
But somewhere along the line, it was decided that all these unique Shadow games would morph.
Wait, hold on. We're talking about alcohol? Hold on. You've piqued my interest.
So, pretty hardcore stuff, right? But somewhere along the line, it was decided...
Do they like get together? Like, are they like, you know, what do they call it? Shipping? People ship them, and they eventually like became boyfriend, girlfriend or something.
That all these...
Okay. Hurry up, Yugi-kun. Is that Kaiba? Why does he have green hair? Oh, that's right. This alcohol is Russian Cinewolf. 90% alcohol. It's 180%. That's basically Everclear. Not exactly, but very slightly. What the fuck? Wait, hold on. I don't get that, but is this bottom one related to what he's pouring there? Did he pour like chloroform in it?
Unique
I have to
shadow
watch this.
games
I have
would
to watch it.
morph into one, played with cards, monsters, and real magic. Whether or not
Sure.
the anime was just a vessel to sell trading cards, I can't.
In Yu-Gi-Oh? I mean, that's in like all anime, right? I was wondering like if it ever actually did, you know, like make it into the official canon of the shows. Like, oh my gosh, everyone was shipping Korrasami for Legend of Korra, which is my favorite like show. I think I said that the other night. Yeah, and it wound up happening. I don't know. Maybe the fans were so vocal about it. I think it was the first show on Nickelodeon that ever had a like ever even referenced like being gay or lesbian or whatever. That show was really, really dark. The end of season 1, I like my mouth just dropped open because they just fucking went for, I mean, they went for fucking suicide. That's how that ended. The bad guy and his brother, sorry, spoilers, but the bad guy blew up himself and his brother to like make sure that his brother like wasn't gonna do anything. That was a fucked up ending. It's probably what made me like it. I love The Last Airbender. I think it's, you know, overall a better show, but Korra, man, shit, there's stuff in Korra that hit me real hard.
But a major reason Yu-Gi-Oh was so awesome is its premise. You're reliving ancient Egyptian battles in games of life and death. And if you lose...
Looks like you're going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
Did you know there was a series called 5Ds where the main characters all dueled while riding motorcycles? Yes, like this was real.
Card games on motorcycles.
Card games on motorcycle!
Like, how do you even handle a deck on a fucking motorcycle? Wouldn't the cards just fly everywhere?
Has Ackman watched anime before? This is like the least crazy thing about anime. You can pick anything, but like a card battle on motorcycle, man, that's like fucking par for the course. That's like a Tuesday for anime characters.
What's the actual advantage of... You know what? I've got too many questions.
Hold up.
I suppose I should explain
Hey,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's a game that I've been playing.
Heathens that are unaware.
Because I figure, if there is intelligent life out there, then let's teach them how to duel.
I agree with that.
On paper, it seems pretty straightforward. Each player has 8,000 or 4,000 life points, and...
So what's the deal with that? I mean, you're my Yu-Gi-Oh man. You're like, it's, you know, senpai, sensei, whatever. Like, what's the deal with the different life starting out? Like, do they, like, I don't know, is it like a different form? Like, do they agree? Is that another format or something? Because all the stuff that I've been playing is like 8,000, right? That's what you start out at. So, I don't know. Curious.
Whoever runs out first loses. Monsters are the main form of attack and defense.
Sure.
Spells usually have some positive benefit for you, while traps act as traps for your opponent.
You triggered my trap card!
To me, like, that's almost like indicative of what Yu-Gi-Oh is like, you've activated my trap card, right? Like, you don't just get to like do your turn and then freeze and like nothing else happens. It's like, you know, you've activated my trap, I use this, I use that, you know, you thought type of, you know, those sort of comebacks.
You thought, yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely right with that. Like I said, I've enjoyed all of my time with Yu-Gi-Oh. It is the most unbalanced shit ever, and that's like one of the reasons I love it. And it's also just completely insane because I'm not a big one for balance, but holy shit is Yu-Gi-Oh like. I don't even know what the word is. It's just like a goddamn like free-for-all where anything could happen. Again, coming from a Magic the Gathering background, you had stuff like instants, right? And stuff like that you could play during your opponent's turn. But this is just taking that, turning that motherfucker up to like 11. Like, because you can put them face down. Nobody knows what you like. It's just so like it's very hard to strategize against someone, which I guess may be like the point. So you build your deck around a particular strategy for yourself. So I don't know. It's a weird way of like thinking about it. Dual links start with 4,000. What is dual links? Wait, is it? Is that a game? So there's like, I have that game, Duel Links. It's supposed to be like a faster, more streamlined version of the original thing. It's what I gathered from it. I haven't played much of it, but yeah, I do have Duel Links. I've booted up for maybe, I don't know, an hour at max and played something like, oh, okay. Okay. All right, yeah. I do have it. I mean, I'm just trying to slog my way through the original, the Legacy of the Duelist. That's what that one is. And then on my Switch, I have the most recent Master Duel or whatever the fuck it's called, which is actually really interesting because they give you, and I know it's free to play and I know what they're doing, but they're very, very generous with their amount of like crystals or whatever the fucking like their particular currency that you have to pay real money for. I know that free to play games give you, you know, to start out like a lot of stuff, so you feel like, oh, I can buy this and this and this. The Master Duelist or whatever, they give you a lot. Like you can buy a shit ton of stuff at the beginning. Like it surprised me. I was like, damn. I know that you're gonna have to want to pony up money later on, but still, just like the initial offering is very good. It's very good. Everyone starts with 4,000. Okay. I didn't know. Gotcha. But anyway, let's get going. Sorry. Talking way too much.
There's a lot more to it than that, but Duel Monsters was all about building a deck of 40 or more cards that synergize and create a cohesive strategy. You know, come to think of it, why does this society resolve all their personal disputes by playing a children's card game? You know what? Doesn't matter.
It's anime. I feel like the Act-Man hasn't watched anime. I mean, why does a society revolve around preteens journeying around the entire Earth or whatever world they're on, capturing and enslaving monsters and having them battle? Like, there is a creep. I don't know if it's actually been true or not. There's a creepypasta in Pokemon. Like, the theories are there's some kind of like big war between whoever. And that's why there are no dads there. That's why Ash doesn't have a dad and everything. And then Lieutenant Surge, it's like, oh yeah, I'm back from the war. So I guess that's where that kind of started from. It's weird.
What does matter is that Pegasus stole Grandpa Moto's soul.
Right.
Okay? And we're getting it back. So, okay, we got this cool idea around losing and gaining life points with monsters. What sorts of mechanics can we build around that?
So
many mechanics is the answer.
You don't think the game needs more methods of summoning?
Oh, certainly not. Anything but that.
Now, to understand where I'm coming from with my critiques and praise for the game, I should tell you my experience first. I have a confession to make, and I think I owe you all some honesty.
Okay, internet's doing okay.
Happy with that. I have a lot of YuGiOh cards.
Unfortunately, no, I am not a virgin. I hope you can accept me into your ranks despite that.
I have about that many Magic the Gathering cards, to be completely honest. So
I discovered Yu-Gi-Oh! At the best time possible, while in the 4th grade.
Ooh, I bet that was good.
It was the point where, you know, I was starting to distance myself from the things I thought were too kiddie for me. So at that point, Pokemon just wasn't cutting it for me. I needed something to fill the bottomless trap hole inside me. So why was Yu-Gi-Oh! Worthy? Why is it something I'm still spending money?
See, like if I get into this and eventually spend money, you know, if I don't, whatever, I'd love to, right? I'm just, and I think we talked about this before, maybe not. I refuse to buy like booster packs and shit. So I'll buy pre-made decks and like play them against other people, but I'm not doing that treadmill shit anymore. I did it for like 20 years of my life with Magic. It just became too much. It's way too much.
Money on collecting and talking about, because Yu-Gi-Oh never stopped being cool. They just made a bunch of new stuff that was lame as fuck.
Wait, what? That's real? Is that real? That's
what
real?
What are the iconic cards, monsters, and images that come to your head, like, immediately?
Iconic.
Hold on. If you think Yu-Gi-Oh, what's the most iconic monster? And okay, hold on. I don't know what they're gonna say. I'm gonna say, just from being the little information that I have, is I mean, obviously it's like Blue Eyes White Dragon, right? And then maybe Dark Magician, I guess. And really only that, because PewDiePie references it in the bitch lasagna video. But I mean, that would be it, right? Blue Eyes White Dragon. Maybe Exodia, maybe. That's what I'm gonna say.
Cards that come to mind for me are things like, you know, the Monarch monsters.
You gotta go with like the
clue.
OGs, right? Blue Eyes,
Sure.
Dark Magician, Red Eyes. People still think about these to this day.
Oh, Red Eyes too.
Just immediately think,
Forgot
oh,
about
that's the
that.
game with Blue Eyes. That's like the YuGiOh Charizard.
He's exactly right. Exactly. That is the dragon, whatever, of that game. Charizard. Weird. Charizard isn't a dragon type, which doesn't sit well with me. I still don't like that, even 30 years later. But I don't know. Whatever.
And then there's like Dark Magician.
He has never let me down.
100% Black Luster Soldier Envoy at the beginning.
Wait, what? I've never seen this guy. Black Luster Soldier? Huh.
I would just throw that card in no matter what
Never
the
seen
deck
that
was,
one.
even if it was like a water deck, because it was just that good.
You know, like Breaker the Magical Warrior, Spirit Reaper, Sangan.
Sangan. Yeah, I kind of actually know what all this shit is now, so it's really interesting to me. It just be, you know, it's like dipping your toe, and
Which is the Black Forest.
a little bit
People
into
go
it.
with the classic like Pot of Greed, things like Monster Reborn,
Okay.
Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, Jinzo even.
Maybe for me though, it actually would be Exodia.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said.
Like that card a lot. It's iconic. I think a lot of people outside of Yu-Gi-Oh know about it.
Yeah.
Exodia is a big one, definitely.
I think altogether, like that is the poster for the game.
I mean, it's such a weird fucking like Deus Ex kind of thing. It's get Exodia in your hand and you win the game. That's it. It's like, fuck. Like, what do you even do? You ban it? I don't know like what kind of formats they are, if they roll in formats like Magic does with like Type 2, Type 1-5, and Legacy and all that. Or they rotate cards out and ban older sets and stuff like that. Even banning cards from current sets because they just happen to be a little bit too powerful. I don't know how all that works. But I can't... Unless they have some card that like prevents that from Exodia. Like the insta-win. I don't know.
Without a doubt.
These weren't Pokemon, they were monsters. This wasn't a game of cute little animals smacking each other. No, bitch, you think summon Skull?
There are local tournament rules for men. Okay. I mean, this game it's just so like wacky and like combos and stuff that you can do. I don't even know if if it really even needs it, you know. Well, I guess it does, certainly. It's been out. Well, it's one of the longest running card games, right? I mean, the only thing before that was Magic the Gathering, and that started in 95, 96, maybe 94, early 90s at least. And then this stuff came out, what, late 90s, right? Turn of the millennium.
Is gonna show you mercy.
Is there anything more? Pokemon may be older than Yu-Gi-Oh, but certainly Yu-Gi-Oh is like right after that.
Here's what I've got. The mighty Summoned Skull!
The art
The
of the
dude.
cards, pun intended, is what initially caught my eye. I didn't know anything about how
Yeah,
to play the
of
game.
course.
All I knew was
The
there
art's
were dope
amazing.
monsters with kick-ass names and gorgeous holographic backgrounds right in front of me,
Oh, they
and
have
I wanted
holos?
them. The imposing presence of Jinzo, the mysterious horror of Relinquished, and the badass armor of the Black Luster Soldier.
Wait, what is that? What is this black luster thing? Like, apparently that's a big thing. I don't know. You probably know it. I haven't encountered that card yet. It looks pretty badass.
Egyptian god cards, Exodia, a monster so powerful it's illegal to play him. All of
Oh, okay. So is Exodia banned, I guess?
it was
If that's
etched
right.
into my mind. You know,
That's
there's
funny.
a reason cards like Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magician, Jinzo, and Hungry Burger all became iconic staples.
The fuck?
It's
Hungry
why there are also
Burger?
unironic tier lists rating the Dark Magician.
The ritual monster. Okay, yeah. I have run into ritual stuff. I guess when they were trying to teach me all the rules in Master Duel. I haven't gotten that far in Legacy of the Duelist yet, though.
Girl card art. I think some of you have taken things a bit too far. The card game sold because of the anime, and people watched the anime because of the card game.
Oh, was it?
Kids wanted to roleplay as Joey Wheeler and get his structure deck, throw out Time Wizard. And
Really? People wanted to be Joey? Really? I don't know. He's okay. He's okay, I guess.
Red Eyes Black Dragon.
What? He has Red Eyes Black... What? Is that like a story thing that he gets? Because I've played as Joey's deck. He did not have that Red Eyes Black Dragon, I promise you.
Or they wanted to play as Pegasus and summon Relinquished and all his wacky toon monsters.
Fuck Toon Monsters, goddammit. I hate it.
That's not to say every card was a slapper in the art department. I mean, Griggle and Firegrass, and my personal favorite, Bat. Yeah, just Bat. A lot of monsters released very early on are pretty gross to look at, but in some ways I felt
like
that
90s.
like disgusting, kind of spooky, scary look fit the dark theme of the story's plot.
Sure.
Initially, Duel Monsters wasn't rocket science, but apparently that's what it's turned into. Last year, after not playing the Pokemon card game for probably 18 years, I got back into it. And what I expected was to be blindsided by all sorts of crazy new mechanics, and I thought the pace of the game would have turtled up to Sonic levels of super speed. In reality, it took 20 minutes for me to relearn the rules and understand
This is what I
the
was
new
talking
types
about
of
earlier.
card.
Maybe I did see that earlier part of the video when I said I didn't. I don't remember it anyway.
If you tried coming back to Yu-Gi-Oh after taking an 18-year break, you got no chance.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Wait, what? It's so much. That's like gotta be like 0.5 font size. I did learn about this. I guess they're called pendulum monsters. Yeah, pendulum monsters, and you gotta place them on either side of the board, and then you can summon stuff between those pendulum numbers, like for free or something. It's so fucking weird.
The amount of new mechanics and stuff you gotta learn just to competently play will make your head spin.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
the other
rough.
thing too, is like, modern Yu-Gi-Oh! The power level of it is extremely high. There's been a lot of power creep in this game, and people sometimes try to get back into it, and they're like, hey, can I play the same deck I played in like 2010 or something? It's like, no, you can't. I mean, that deck might have new support by today's standards, but like still just the stuff that was good even just a few years ago isn't at all competitive today.
That's what happened to
This simple
Pokemon
game of
trading card
strategy
game.
Turn into a fucking Einstein project. First, I'd like to dispel the myth that Yu-Gi-Oh never had balancing problems. The game was flawed from the start, okay?
Well,
Although
I mean, all
monsters
games
were
are.
divided by type, attribute, and level, whether or not they were good usually came down to two things. How high is its attack? How many tributes does it require? Level 4 monsters don't need a tribute, level 5 and 6 require one, and anything above that 2.
My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba.
Except for all the 4-star monsters that aren't Lejin, the mystical genie of the...
So, I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, I'm sure these people clearly know way, way, way more about it than I do, but I don't think that those other monsters are just bad outright, because I know, and I've seen them. Like, there are field spell cards that allow you to do shit. And, like, if you have a particular type of monster that's affected by some other stuff, I don't know. I don't think personally that I would go as far as to say that, oh, this monster is just bad. Maybe doing a 1-to-1 comparison of just a monster in like a completely isolated environment, sure, but I don't know.
The lamp. The best normal summon monster was Hitatsumi Giant at one point. Then it was Lajin, Mechanical Chaser, Gemini Elf, Alexandrite Dragon. Keep in mind, in the early days of Yu-Gi-Oh, monsters with effects were pretty uncommon, and the ones that did have effects, often they were so bad it wasn't worth using.
Hold on, oh my god. If this card is being attacked by a light monster, its defense is halved during damage calculation. Oh my gosh, okay.
So even as a child, I knew it was stupid that some cards were just arbitrarily better than others for no discernible reason.
No! My Beaver Warrior!
Look at a card as badass as Serpent Knight Dragon, yet it's completely useless. Why not put Red Eyes in your deck instead? Well, wait a minute, why use Red Eyes when Dark Magician is better? Well, hold on, why would you use Dark Magician when Blue Eyes White Dragon is the best 2-tribute monster? Looking back, it's clear the anime had a huge influence on the card game itself, but they couldn't just copy the rules from the anime because the rules made no sense.
Yugi's dragon is no match for my Great Moth, and none of his land monsters have the ability to attack me in the air!
What are you talking about?
They just gave...
Oh, is that true? It's been so long since I have seen it. Are the rules different, I guess, in the anime?
Normal monsters effects that were convenient for the situation they were in, which is certainly a lot more interesting than characters saying, haha, my monster has higher attack. Bye. When watching Season 0 for the first time, I thought it was interesting the idea of the board affecting the attack and defense stats of a monster. Like, if you summoned a winged beast in the mountainous area, it would gain attack. It's funny how this mechanic that was introduced in Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 didn't actually make it to the card game until Link Monsters came.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh, yeah, why wouldn't you? That's fucking awesome. Like, I really like that idea of having different terrain and stuff and summoning them. Huh, that's interesting. I've only barely scratched the surface with these Link monsters. They're, it's pretty interesting.
Came out. When there are so many rules, mechanics, and nuances to the game, it's impossible to properly balance over 12,000 different cards.
Right, there's no way you can do it.
All it takes is for 2 of those cards used together to break the game.
Because if you just sort of like dump someone into 2022 Yu-Gi-Oh! And you just say, here, take this starter deck or structure deck and like go to locals and figure it out, it's like hell on earth. Like, I mean, you know, there's so many things, so many nitpicky rulings, so many crazy decks that will just overwhelm you. And I think like Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't really have a format that is
new user friendly.
Yeah, new user friendly, yeah.
Point is,
right,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Was always flawed, and I loved it regardless. But when a monster's usability is mostly determined by one stat, well, it sets the stage for power creep to take over. And take over, power creep did.
Sure.
The nice thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is any complaints I have with the game aren't really that important. Just because Konami releases a set of cards that I think are really busted or stupid, or I don't want to be fucked to read them, well, that doesn't change how me and my buddies play the game. You know, I'll be like, hey Roman, can you not play with any pendulum cards? Thank you. So if I start ass blasting dual monsters, then just know I love Yu-Gi-Oh! And that will never change.
Sure.
With that being said, holy fuck, the game mechanics have been power crept. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has gone up to 11 so hard, I don't even know where to start with this.
Would you say the power creep has kind of evened out now?
I don't know, like, because we're currently in a format in the TCG where like power creep has gotten pretty out of hand. So that's where it's like it kind of comes in waves, you know. You'll have like lulls, you'll have high points of power creep. I think right now specifically power creep is a bit out of hand.
What drew me to Yu-Gi-Oh was the creativity, and like I like playing against my opponent. He makes this card, what can I do to deal with this? But now modern Yu-Gi-Oh is you make enough cards that say this card negates and destroys my opponent's effect. You make 6 of those and it doesn't matter. Like you could be the best player in the world, it doesn't matter how good you are. You cannot outplay certain mechanics of the game. Certain things will say you can't special summon. Doesn't matter, you can take the worst player, give him that one Yu-Gi-Oh card, and like even if he's brand new to the game, he can activate that and it's game over.
100%. I was telling you this last time. Like I was playing, I still haven't beaten it, although fair enough, I haven't tried since I talked to you about it. But that Pegasus deck against Kaiba had something where I just couldn't attack. I just couldn't attack. And I was waiting for a card to like come up that I could destroy that whatever it was, trap or persistent spell or whatever. I just didn't do it. Like he was at like 300 life and I was just waiting. I was at full life and eventually I just fucking died because I could not do a single thing.
I don't know. Maybe the problem is the business model. How do we sell new cards? Just make them better than the old ones. It's the same problem MMORPGs have, where a new expansion has to increase the power level somehow, otherwise why buy it?
This goes back to the fact that this game is exceptionally old, and when you have a game that is running for 15, 20 years plus, how do you sell your new product? Well, I mean, you have to make and create new cards that are enticing and interesting for people to want to play. Well, naturally, if there's no end point where you just keep making slightly more powerful cards, 5 more iterations of Raigeki, you're just going to end up with these ridiculously overpowered cards that just trump them in every way possible.
Pot of super greed, draw 3 cards.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Is that a real thing?
Pokemon, and from what I know of Magic the Gathering, the amount of things you can do in a turn is limited by resources. Yu-Gi-Oh isn't like this.
I will now initiate a pendulum summon!
Pendulum?
I will now place 2 monsters in my pendulum zone, and I can summon 5 monsters at once!
Oh my god, yeah.
There is no limit to the number of monsters you can summon. Cards you can search from your deck, cards you can get back from your graveyard to your hand, or cards that you can fusion and special summon and do all this crazy shit. Yu-Gi-Oh has gotten to a point where so much shit is happening.
He drowned. I got that from Moist Critical, because he's like a big Yu-Gi-Oh person, right? Yeah, the creator, he was somewhere and somebody was drowning and he went out there to try and rescue them and it just did not go his way, which is really sad, but I mean, very, very noble, you know. It just, that kind of shit happens. It's awful.
You can end up having 15-minute long turns where someone goes through half of their deck, has 10 cards in the graveyard and like 8 cards in their hand, 5 monsters on the field on the first turn, and they all have effects that negate other effects, so your opponent is basically locked out of playing, which is the most unfun thing that can happen in Yu-Gi-Oh! This is why everybody hated the Yada lock, because it just locked you out from...
Wait, what is the Yada lock? This card cannot be special summoned. This card returns to its owner's hand during the end phase of the turn. It is normal, summoned, or flipped.
Playing the game.
I don't know what
That's
else.
not fun.
Yu-Gi-Oh's gotten to the point where your whole goal turn 1 is literally to make it so your opponent cannot Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's a very interesting design decision. I mean, this is even at the highest level of competitive.
I can't play my deck. I can't go into my extra deck. If I try and play with just my cards in my hand, you just negate them. And I just sat here for 10-15 minutes waiting for you to just set that up.
So Konami kept increasing the power level and utility of cards in a new set, but then the one after has to be slightly more powerful, and then the one after that. And when you keep that mindset for over 20 years, well, it certainly explains the state of modern Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's so interesting, because all trading card games like that do that, and they limit what sets you can use, so you're only playing in a particular like block, I guess is what it's called in Magic the Gathering. But that's interesting because normally I've seen like really old cards be just so fucking incredibly powerful and broken because they don't, it's their first outing with the new card game, and usually they make something too good. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know if that's the case for Yu-Gi-Oh. Maybe not, which is what they're talking about.
If you try to duel a modern deck with something in GOAT format, it would go something like this.
Alright, so I'm going to sacrifice the Legendary Fisherman to summon the Legendary Fisherman number 3, which banishes all of your monsters. It banishes all of them? Okay, so then I'm going to activate Mirror Force since you attack and destroy it. He can't be destroyed by spells or traps.
What?
Alrighty then, I special summon Blue Eyes to attack your Legendary Fisherman. He can't be destroyed by battle. So
what?
So then I use Compulsory Evacuation Device to return him to your hand. He is unaffected by all spells and traps. Okay, so I'm gonna punch you in the mouth, and then I'm gonna flip this table over.
Wait, how do you get past that then? That's like an indestructible card. What?
If I were to explain all the rules to Yu-Gi-Oh, we'd be here for the next millennium. And that's the problem. Look at the official beginner's guide for Yu-Gi-Oh! It's 30 pages long. The difference is, most turns back in the day would be like, I draw, I set 2 cards, I summon this monster in attack mode.
Yeah.
The confusions around the rules or what was supposed to happen was usually a result of cards being written vaguely. Now, like I said, what's cool about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the wide array of strategies you can use.
Oh, I have a question. What is... Can I go back? What are these? The 2 in the middle. I don't know what those are. Like, all of this I understand, but there are 2 cards there, and I've played with those cards. I forgot what they're called. Like, they're XYZ or Fusion, something. I don't know, but you put them in here. And I never learned the mechanics of why they can go in there or why they can't, because I could also put them down here. I don't know. It's weird, strange. But then some of them I could only put up here. I don't know. I guess I'll just have to play more extra cards. I have no clue.
Like I said, what's cool about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the wide array of strategies you can use. I activate Mirror Force, while I use 7 tools of the Bandit to negate it. Get fucked, nerd. I got an old school Goat Warrior deck, a modern Umi deck.
I've assembled all 5 special cards, all 5 pieces of the puzzle.
Hell, you can even make a deck around the God cards now. Now ain't that fucking awesome?
What are God cards? Like, why is that such a big deal? The monster. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't know why they were like there, like between the duelists.
Hell, you can even make a deck around the God cards.
So I don't know why he points that out. Like what's like, could you not do that before? I don't know. Like, what's the deal with the God cards, and why would he point out that you can make a deck around them now? Which implies that you couldn't before. I'm very confused on that.
Now ain't that fucking awesome? So I love coming up with new strats and play styles. What sucks about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is having to understand all those strats and play styles.
Okay, so I'm gonna discard the left leg of the Forbidden One, and that'll get me the Dark Bribe from my deck. I set Dark Bribe and face down defense position in the spell and trap zone. When I do that, I get to draw the bottom half of my deck and add it to my hand. I special summon Nimble Momonga in sideways diagonal position, and Witch of the Black Forest in upside down position.
What?
I will put Gravity Bind on the field as the field spell card, and then activate Messenger of Peace, which will allow me to get Scapegoat out on the field, and now I can add 1 card from my graveyard to my hand. When the left leg of the Forbidden One is added to my hand by a card effect, I get to add the rest of my deck to my hand. I have now drawn each of the 5 pieces of Exodia. The game is over, and I win.
Wait, is that an actual thing that he did? Is that a real thing? Surely it is, right? If it is, fuck that. Fuck this game. I don't know.
Just look at all the ways there are to summon monsters on the field. Normal, special, set, tribute, flip, fusion, ritual, synchro, Ixies, pendulum, and link. You think that's enough?
Look at this. It's a fucking mess.
Wait, I know normal. Okay, I gotcha. Tribute set is okay. I don't know, he just made it seem like, oh, you can now make a deck around them. Like, I mean, were they a thing before? And if they were, why wouldn't you? Like, I don't know. I don't follow the train of thought. But anyway.
You gotta keep track of the different phases, when a card can be activated, in what order card effects are supposed to happen.
This is all standard card game stuff, what he's talking about right now. It's not unique to Yu-Gi-Oh!
To illustrate the unnecessary complexity of duel monsters, here's an example. One of my favorite decks is called Bad Reaction to Samochi. Anytime my opponent is supposed to gain life points, I suck that shit right back, and they lose it. In order to make this deck work, I have to stall for turns. One of the cards I use is Gravity Bind, which prevents monsters level 4 or higher from attacking. But, uh-oh. I summon a Link monster and an Ixies monster, and neither of these have levels, which means they're completely unaffected by Gravity Bind, for some reason. Even when you look at the Ixies cards, it's still got the stars, they're just on the other side, so naturally you'd assume that Gravity Bind would work the same way it always has, because why wouldn't it? So it makes the card far less useful in a modern format. Because Gravity Bind wasn't created with the idea that monsters would at some point just not have levels. Here's another example.
Weird.
Let's say your opponent has a powerful Link monster on the field, and you go, haha, I summon Tsukuyomi, and use its effect to flip your Link monster into face down to
Link monsters, okay. Gotcha.
defense position where I can attack it and destroy it. Nice try, guy. Link monsters can't change their battle positions for any reason. Just last week, I was doing my buddy's Predaplant deck, and a situation occurred that made me want to rip up all my copies of Blue Eyes. I had a monster that couldn't be targeted by other monster effects. And in my mind, that meant, okay, you can't single this guy out, Legendary Fisherman number 2. How naive I was to think it would be that simple. If you select a monster with an effect, but your effect doesn't include the word target, then it's not technically targeting and the effect still goes through. What fucking sense does that make?
They have shit like that in Magic the Gathering, where like, oh, this creature cannot be targeted by spells or abilities. But if you have something like, I forgot what the cards were, but something like Wrath of God that just says destroy all monsters, every monster is affected because it's not actually targeting that particular monster. It's just a like blanket. I don't know. Happens in Magic too.
I pick that monster. I use this effect on that monster. I pick it. I target it. When I play a match of dual monsters, what I want to keep track of is what's on the field, what's in my hand, what's in the graveyard. What I don't want is to have to read every single one of my opponent's card effects to make sure it includes the word target. I think too often duels with newer cards just turn into like debates and science projects. Or it's
He's not wrong, even at this point where I'm just like barely dipping my toe in. It's like, what the fuck does this do? And then like he'll play 5,000 different things. Like, I have no clue what just happened, but okay. I'm gonna trust you.
A fucking reading lesson. It's not fun. I guess I wouldn't be so butthurt about new Yu-Gi-Oh cards if my old ones could still compete. Maybe Duel Monsters is meant to be played in formats or eras, you know?
Right. That's what
Reading
Magic does.
is fun sometimes. But if I'm playing a game for fun, I usually don't like reading. Nothing takes all the emotion and intensity out of a duel with ancient Egyptian monsters than having to stop and read a 5-paragraph effect. There's actually a graph showing that the average word count in card effects has gone from 19 to 74.
Holy
the average
shit.
words in a card effect. That's what 20 years of power creep does. But hold on, why the drastic increase? Well, the main problem with balancing duel monsters comes down to one simple fact. Card advantage is the most important thing, and it always has been. Therefore, you need cards that do more things. It's why people that play Delinquent Duo deserve to get run over. Forcing your opponent to discard.
Hold on, what is that? What's he talking about?
Therefore, you need cards that do more things. It's why people that play Delinquent Duo.
Hold on, pay 1,000 life. Your opponent discards one random card, and if they have any other cards in their hand, discard one more card of their choice. Okay, so you pay life, and then he discards a random one, and if he still has cards, he has to discard one that he picks. Okay.
Duo deserve to get run over.
Sure.
Forcing your opponent to discard with little downsides is absolutely crippling, and it's also why Part of Greed is overpowered in Yu-Gi-Oh!, whereas in Pokemon, the same card isn't.
I think there's a couple of aspects that Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards like really struggle with. Number one, it's the power creep and making sure that cards are strong enough. And how do you do that? Well, usually just the more they do, the better of a card it is, right? A card with 3 effects is sometimes just gonna probably statistically just be better than a card with 1 effect.
So in the olden days, spells, traps, and effect monsters could usually do 1 or 2, maybe 3 things tops in a single turn, and that was it. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Had a lot of really cool spells and traps and monsters with elaborate effects. As long as they could only do a couple of things, it wasn't that hard to memorize. A wall of text on Black Luster Soldier might seem daunting to read, but in reality, 1/3 of the effect is just the summoning requirements. The 2 effects BLS has can't be activated on the same turn. Same thing with Relinquished, what I call the first novel card. But now in modern Yu-Gi-Oh!, that's like every single card. For some reason, every card has to do 4 different things, even the commons.
Yeah, it's a tough sell. Like, are you ready to sit here and read all these cards and memorize all these effects and like all the kind of nitpicky writing that gets very... It's fussy, right? Like, you know, whether or not this has a semicolon or not, that changes everything with the effect.
So many cards have interchangeable effects that all morph together. They'll do something when added to your hand, when you summon it, when it goes to the graveyard, then you can banish it from the graveyard to do something else. None of these are a problem on their own, but when combined as often as they are, it just becomes a fucking nightmare.
Is that right?
And then it's like, I'm not sure when this endless combo my opponent is playing is ever going to end, so I don't even know when to activate my traps.
My fucking God, when will it end? Honest, you're gonna have no cards by the time your turn is over. Is that what you're trying to... Yo, wake me up when this shit's over.
That's another thing. Power creep progressed so far that at one point, traps and flip effect monsters were considered too slow to play. A third of the game is too slow to be played. What? So they had to come up with hand traps. Basically, traps you activate from the hand. And that's the thing. Hand trap? That doesn't even make sense. You have to lay a trap before it can activate. That's why you had to put it down and you couldn't activate it at the same turn. You were laying a trap.
Oh my gosh,
you want to talk about card text? Take a look at this asshole. Endy Mayon, the mighty master of magic.
What the fuck is that?
They had to sacrifice 1/5 of the card art just to add more effects. It's like every card turned into a Bible passage or something.
Wow, that's a lot of words. Too bad I'm not reading them.
This is the perfect example of...
Wait, I'm very curious. I don't know if they have lore or whatever, but like this duel monsters is supposed to be an ancient Egyptian thing. I'm assuming that those particular cards and magic and everything were back in ancient Egypt. Why is there a lot of like cyberpunk shit in there? Cyber dragons and all that. It's like anachronistic to the time. Very curious. Unless they were like super advanced back then.
What I'm talking about. If you boil this card down, it has a summoning requirement. It has 2 effects when it's summoned, and 2 effects while it's on the field, and an effect when it goes to the graveyard. 1 card that does 5 things. 5 effects you have to keep track of. I've always thought to prevent these levels of power creep, Yu-Gi-Oh! Should have implemented unique tactics, gimmicks maybe, while updating
Sorry, like auto-adjusted
older
down.
cards I don't know, maybe some cards have HP and will be destroyed after taking a certain amount of damage, or maybe Celtic Guardian can block one attack against a friendly monster next to him.
I don't know why
what if
I
there
did
were
that.
formations, you know, if you could stack up weak monsters in front of strong ranged ones. They kind of dabbled with that in the show. It'd be naive to think that Duel Monsters would be the exact same game for 20 years. Not many card games stay relevant without innovation. Wait, what? Dude, new Solitaire just dropped? Holy shit! Whatever painful choices Konami had to make, well, it's kept the game alive. And I'd rather people be able to play and enjoy new Yu-Gi-Oh! Than not at all. Because I can still play with the cool cards. However, the more Yu-Gi-Oh! Drifted away from its ancient Egyptian roots, the stupider the game and the anime started to feel. And I'm not even talking about game mechanics. Just the art, names, and archetypes. I guess there's only so many Egyptian-themed cards and booster sets you can sell before that gets old, so where do you go from there? You run out of ideas and say, well, fuck it, I don't know, have the characters duel on motorcycles. Where's the rest of the coke? But we need to understand what's really stupid about modern Yu-Gi-Oh! See, back in the day, most cards were pretty straightforward. The names made sense, and only a handful were super long or confusing, right? Trap hole. You summon a monster, it falls down the hole, it dies. Man-eater bug. You flip it up, it eats a monster. It's a bug. Mystical space typhoon. Destroy one spell a trap. Mirror force. You attack me? Sayonara, bitch. The cards had names, art, and effects that all fit a theme or a type of action. I've always thought Michizur was super cool because it's like, okay, one monster's dying and the other one's pulling him down too. Rope of Life. You pay a cost to bring back a monster stronger than before. Foolish Burial. You're burying your own monster in the graveyard, which some might consider to be foolish. Simple, easy to understand concepts. So, what the fuck happened to Yu-Gi-Oh's simplicity? It's like every new card that comes out is part of some kind of, what is it, archetype? Hey kids, would you rather play the deck with the giant sea serpents, freaky fishmen, and hot mermaids? Or a deck that's based on French and Italian desserts or animal sounds?
The fuck?
We went from menacing insects and hordes of zombies to cars? An archetype on cars? It's a combination of naming conventions and archetypes that really piss me off. Look at this one, Parapsychroid. It's a fucking bicycle, man. Come on. You summon a bicycle?
Dude.
We playing Yu-Gi-Oh! We're training for the Tour de France. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a game that had you announce every move you made, so it'd get real tiring if all your cards had stupidly long names or
Is it?
You know,
Okay.
names
GX.
that just sounded really dumb. Speaking of which, I can't wait to duel you with my Ga deck. And then I have a Do deck. Yes, those are real archetypes, and I could not stop laughing if you played one against me. I thought this naming convention was just a joke reserved for GiGo. And then Gigo. And of course, Go Gigo. Don't you want—
Those cannot be real. They cannot be real. What? What even is life? I don't know. This is my life now.
Gigo.
Oh my god, I want to clip that and put it on the soundboard. I have to clip that and put it on the soundboard.
And of course, Go Gigo.
It's too good to not have on the soundboard. Okay.
When you want to play a deck with cards that all start with Clip, I summon Clifford Disc, which allows me to get one Click card from my Click deck. Now they got an archetype based on cubes? What is this, Minecraft?
Hey, I'm totally down with that shit. All right, like bicycles with eyes and shit. Don't, fucking troll the mathematical cards. All right.
Next, you're gonna tell me there's an archetype about stuffed animals. Jesus Christ! Look at this name: Crimson Nova Trinity, the Dark Cubic Lord.
Hell yeah!
38, Hope Harbinger, Dragon, Titanic Galaxy.
That sounds fucking badass. He's lost me on this part where he doesn't like it. All that shit looks really cool.
These aren't even names. It's just a string of nonsense words. I can come up with random shit too. Numbered -73 1/3, Dragonic Spread-Shifting Doom Blaster of Legend.
That sounds
How about
amazing.
this one? Dan Mari at Ignister. What the shit is this supposed to be, huh? What the shit is this? And you might say, well, Actman, you're pretending like there weren't dumb cards back in the glory days.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were, but they were stupid and simple. Like Bat. or Frog the Jam. Bat sucks. I'm sorry to all the hardcore Bat players out there, but he sucks. Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max. Oh, and you can't forget I'm playing this card alongside my Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Juggernaut Lieb. Blaze Phoenix the Burning Bombardment Bird.
That looks fucking cool.
Why not just call it Blaze Phoenix? Prank Kids Meow Meow Moo.
I don't.
This is a joke, right? This is like you created the lamest archetype that nobody would ever want to play. Is that a joke? Prank Kids Bow Wow Bark.
What?
How about this one? DDD Dragon King Pendragon.
That looks cool.
Of course, because it was necessary for dragon to be in the card's name twice, and it's not even a dragon type. It's a fiend. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay,
I hate that.
This is where I draw the line. All right. DDD Super Doom King Purple Armageddon.
There is a card that I found. It's called DDD Super Doom King Purple Armageddon. And in the card
just listen
effect,
to that name.
and in the card effect, it says you can only use the effect of DDD Super Doom King Purple Armageddon once per turn. And I feel like that could just be swapped out. You know what I mean?
What the fuck?
Like, just the once per turn restriction on that card is like 10 words, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I get why they want to say you can only use it once. Like, maybe if you have like multiple copies or whatever, it could be broken. But like, I don't know why they don't just use like a one symbol, like a one with a circle around it or something.
Yeah,
like
one PT and a little circle on the card.
Yeah, so
right.
That way, like,
that's what
it just
Magic
sort of
does.
Because the thing is, like, the sentence is already kind of extra, and then the name of the card is already super long. So now the sentence has to say, you can only activate the effect of DDD Doom King blah 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 once per turn. And it's just like, did we have to say this much to get the point across? Like,
if you took out every rewritten card name and once per turn from the effects of all Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you would have deleted more words than the combined works of William Shakespeare. And I'm cherry picking, sure, but I really don't get as excited about new cards as I did with old ones. To be fair, there are some new archetypes, and they actually make cards to support Blue Eyes and Red Eyes Dark Magician decks and some other classics.
That's cool.
I think all that stuff's really cool. But what I really
That
hate
is really
about
cool.
archetypes is how it makes opening packs far less thrilling and exciting. Remember this, the simpler the card, the easier it is to fit into most decks. Sangan or Witch of the Black Forest. Reinforcement of the army is clearly meant to be used alongside Marauding Captain, but it doesn't have to be. But nowadays when you open a pack and you see like each card has to work in a separate archetype, it just takes the fun out of it, because most cards in an archetype can't be used outside of that deck. So there's no creativity involved. You either play the deck the card is made for, or you don't play the card at all. No, you can't just put this into your current deck. You have to build a whole new deck with 39 cards that are exactly like this one.
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a very complex game, with a long and complex history. It truly is the coolest and dumbest card game ever made. I love it to death, and likely always will. Sure, I can complain, bitch, and moan about ridiculous mechanics.
Yeah, it doesn't
dumb
matter. You're gonna
archetypes
pony up
and
that money.
excessive card text. But at the end of the day, had I never played Yu-Gi-Oh!, my childhood would have been way worse. I can always play the version of Yu-Gi-Oh! That I knew and loved, and I don't have to play with the new shit I don't like. Because no matter where Yu-Gi-Oh! Goes as a game or an anime, I'll always be there, ready to dodo! So thank you all for watching. I hope this
That's
completely
cool. I
random
like
and
that.
probably poorly structured video was entertaining at the least. Big shout outs to Paul from Team APS, Sladra, DZeef, and Farfa for answering my questions and taking part in this
Cool.
video. Links to the channels will be in the description. Please go check them out if you want more kick-ass Yu-Gi-Oh!
I haven't
videos that
seen
are
his
way better than
Overwatch
mine.
2 thing.
Alright everyone, that's all I got for today.
I mean-
this is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Man signing out. Peace!
Clearly, we have to watch this. Oh, wait. Here, let's get in the mood. Said I was gonna listen to that Overwatch thing. Somebody did an animation of it. It's really cool. I've seen the animation maybe a handful of times. The song itself is just like the biggest meme in Overwatch. This one's got to be it. Yes, made about a year after Overwatch 1 came out. Overwatch 1.
This is the worst team I
have ever played within my life. When we finally get on the point, everyone dies. I understand that
It'd be like that.
now and then a team won't click. When it comes to you, I don't think I can sympathize. Should have picked mercy. Should have picked
So good.
support. You ended up losing, and it's all your fault. You should learn how this game works. You should have been helping.
If you like Mercy so much, why don't you just marry her?
So you're the type that gets a mic and tries to lecture me when you're the most useless person we have on our team.
It's so true, though.
Rage quite as hard as you. Maybe you should go back to playing Team Fortress 2. I'm not gonna be Mercy. I'm not gonna be any.
It's like a meme song.
You ended up losing, and you got mad. The tears are what I live for. Should have been Mercy. I'm not gonna be any kind of support.
It's called No Mercy. And here comes the TikTok part that everyone has a fucking TikTok of. Here we go.
I'm already Tracer.
What about Widowmaker?
I'm already Widowmaker.
I'll be Bastion.
Nerf Bastion.
You're Renzo Winston.
I wanna be Winston.
I guess I'll be Genji.
I'm already Genji.
Then I'll be McCree.
I already chose McCree.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
You should be.
I'm not gonna be Mercy.
You should have picked Mercy.
I'm not gonna be
Everywhere.
You ended up losing, and it's all your fault.
Your tears are what I live for. I'm not gonna be Mercy.
You should have picked any kind of support.
We ended up losing, and you got mad.
You should learn how this game works.
It's so funny. It's so relevant even now. It's so funny. I mean, love it, hate it. Still a pretty damn good bop anyway. Somebody say that? Never. Okay, let's watch the Ackman shit. That's a funny, I like the animation of that, for sure.
Hello, heroes of Overwatch. The team has been making
Yeah,
great
nice.
progress on the development of Overwatch 2.
Dude, was somebody watching ready to flip the switch on us? Like, what happened?
Daily playtests and feedback have given us confidence that we're creating something you're going to love.
All right, that's the end of the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed this preview of Overwatch 2.
At the same time, we want to get the game in your hands
No,
soon.
that wasn't
There's
funny.
no way, bro. There's no way. There's no way. There's no.
We look forward to working with you to make Overwatch 2 amazing together. Honestly.
Okay, I'm glad. I guess I'm actually really glad that I didn't have the ability to play this in the first 3, 4, 5 days, first week that it came out, because I didn't have the phone number thing. Because I haven't experienced anything like this yet.
We've let you down when it comes to delivering Overwatch content.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Time and time again, Blizzard continues to prove me and many others right on everything we say about them. What's up, everybody? This is the Axeman here, and today, with the release of Overwatch 2, this company continues to be a never-ending train wreck. No force is capable of halting this self-destruction, not even Chunky Kong.
Monsieur, does this mean Overwatch is back?
No. At this point, it's kind of expected that modern video game releases will always have some horrific problem occur.
It just disconnected me.
You got overwatched.
You got Overwatch. I was just about to say that, goddamn.
For Overwatch 2, it was server issues in being able to play the game. At all. What the fuck, dude? Come on.
It didn't used to be this way, Smithers. No, it didn't used to be this way at all.
These server issues and obnoxious queues, man, the memes came a flooding in.
When do we get to the ride?
This is the
But it also seems that Blizzard was hit by some type of DDoS attack, so I'll give them a pass on the server stuff. Because Overwatch 2's technical problems are microscopic in comparison to its real issues. Surprise, surprise, mostly ethical ones. You know, the issues that are fixed after months or years of post-launch support, or sometimes never fixed. Overwatch 2 is the latest but not greatest blunder in Blizzard's recent history of being greedy and terrible.
Yeah,
but
I
how
agree
can
with
this
that.
be? Wasn't the first Overwatch, like, beloved by everyone? And what about all those update videos on Overwatch 2? It seemed like the devs were super excited, passionate. Jeff was still spearheading this project. The first game captured our hearts and minds instantly and won us over. So, how hard could it be to make a decent sequel?
Were it so easy?
Activision Blizzard might be terrible about how they treat their employees, but at least the Blizzard side is still making great games, right? At least they have a new PvE mode coming out, and I'll get to try that out and review it for you in just a second.
Yeah.
Oh, that's been delayed a year.
It's awful.
What is it? That stench. I've smelled it before.
Oh my gosh, it is following Halo, isn't it? Halo Infinite campaign delayed to 2023. Oh, campaign co-op. Wait, is this new? Hold on. When was this made? I thought campaign co-op was coming out on November 8th for Halo. I know not split screen, but this was the 15th. Huh. Huh. I didn't know that.
What in Zenyatta's balls have you been doing for the last 3 years? The short answer is, the Overwatch team has probably been fighting upper management to make Overwatch 2 the game they wanted to make. The bulk of what they aimed to release is not ready, and maybe somebody said, well, just put something out. I don't necessarily blame the developers. The work they have done has pushed Overwatch to the best state it's been in terms of gameplay. But how
Yeah, I agree with that. No, actually, that is not true. It is coming out the 8th. I think that was talking about the couch co-op, and that's just been completely like nuked into oblivion. We're not getting that. Okay.
How do we get here? How did we arrive at this version of Overwatch 2? And what is necessarily wrong with it? All questions will be answered. But it seems like this is not the same game Blizzard had envisioned when they were announcing it and promoting it. You know, Jeff Kaplan leaving the team halfway through development probably changed the vision for it. And trying to redesign characters to fit a 5v5 mode, it's not as easy as it sounds. Now let's start with one thing Blizzard did right. Merging the games together. There is some conversation to be had about preserving the first game, but for the most part, this was the best choice. The benefits are that players now don't have to re-grind the game for skins and the gold weapons they had before. All that stuff they had just transfers over. That's great. People spent money on that. They can still use it in this new game. Your time spent in the first game will directly transfer to this one. This combined with the new free-to-play model might seem pretty good at first glance. But this is modern gaming, and there's always a caveat. Still, not having to buy a video game is often a good thing, but merging the two games together was something Jeff Overwatch had to convince the higher-ups at Blizzard to do, instead of just, like, make a new sequel, sell it, and let's put a new monetization.
Dude, fuck executives. Holy shit. God damn. Ruining gaming. They just want that fucking, like, payout. That money, that almighty dollar.
System in it. Jeff said he and the team wanted to redefine what people expected from a video game sequel. It's safe to say the team he left has succeeded in lowering our standards for a video game sequel.
Yeah,
Overwatch 2 is not really a sequel, but it is one of the laziest, shameless cash grabs I've seen from Blizzard. And you might disagree, that's fine, but at least hear me out and I'll try to put in some memes to make this video a little spicy. Generally, a sequel is supposed to expand on the ideas and concepts of its predecessor. 90% of the content in Overwatch 2 was already there. This is why it's more like Overwatch 1.1. So there's no story in this first-person shooter game that's basically been out since 2016. If you hover over the application, it still just says Overwatch, not Overwatch 2.
I thought that today, too. I thought that exact same shit today.
You want another thing to show you how similar these two games are? Pause it, zoom in, and enhance. Overwatch, but with a 2 this time. This is the official Twitter account for the game. They know what this is. At best, it's a small expansion, but to treat this as a sequel is extremely disingenuous. Blizzard games have kind of turned into fronts for something else, and I see through it. I see through the mirage, that fading idea.
The sequel is supposed to be the PvE stuff. And then the bonus of that was getting an upgraded PvP, maps and modes and stuff. But Overwatch, this really shouldn't be Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 is that PvE
that Blizzard still has even a scrap of integrity as a company. Diablo Immortal, for example. We all knew what that was going to be. Were we surprised? Yeah, we didn't think it would be that bad. Like that shameless of a cash grab. Diablo Immortal was a front for Blizzard to tap into the mobile market and basically make a game that you have to pay to play. You know, so their games are just kind of a front. Overwatch 2 is a front for a shop update. As this Reddit user states, it isn't a sequel at all. It's a fucking shop overhaul patch. The true intention behind releasing this game is to change the existing Overwatch into a free-to-play business model. Take out the loot boxes. They're just adjusting how they make money from it. So fuck it. Let's charge people $20 for skins that were only $10 in the first game. That's a good idea. What, you want to wear brown as Junker Queen? $20, please. Give me that crisp Andrew Jackson. What's that? You want to buy a legend?
As much as I've been playing her today, her skins are fucking terrible.
Berry skin? Then
hand it over that thing.
Your $20 bill. Legendary skins have high expectations. You know, if you drop $20 on a skin in League of Legends, you're getting something special, something that looks really cool and looks completely different than the base skin. This does not. The skins and stuff they have for the 3 new heroes are lazy at best. But can't you just unlock skins like the old-fashioned way by grinding out currency? Oh, would you look at that?
Yeah, fuck
that. A challenge-based progression system.
That stench. I've smelled it before.
Oh yeah, sure. You can unlock gear and stuff if you don't mind, you know, grinding, completing 11 weekly challenges for 32 consecutive weeks. Then you can buy that legendary skin. Blizzard has reached a new level of stingy. Get this. You are allowed to earn 60 credits per week. That is if you complete all 11 weekly challenges. You get 60 credits. And if you pull out your handy-dandy calculator, we can see that to unlock the new hero Kiriko's non-seasonal cosmetics, it would take you 5 years. That means you would have to complete all 11 weekly challenges for 260 weeks in a row without missing one. This is the state of free-to-play live service games. Okay, gotcha, I want out. You think grinding 60 hours for Darth Vader was extreme? No, this is 100% intentional. Blizzard knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's designed to be as tedious as possible. 12 grand is the total cost for a new player to unlock everything in the game.
Oh, what the fuck ever?
You could potentially spend 12 grand on Overwatch 2. I never imagined that Blizzard removing loot boxes would actually put a worse system in place somehow. Loot boxes fucking suck, but you know, in Overwatch, they weren't the worst. As if the grind isn't shitty enough, Blizzard also made sure to include this new progression system that's brand new, revolutionized. You've never seen it before. It's a battle pass again. Naturally, the free pass is filled with hot garbage, so you'll want to play for the exclusive one, of course. What's worse is that Blizzard plans on doing something very controversial, putting heroes in these battle passes so you don't have them when they come out. We are now gatekeeping heroes to some extent in Overwatch. They're attempting to gatekeep that part of the game now. You might not think this is a big deal initially, but remember, this is Blizzard. This is Activision Blizzard. And this is modern gaming. It's gonna get worse if you let them. But wait a minute, Act-Man, what's the big deal if they lock some heroes off? That's what Apex does. That's what League of Legends does. And all these other games. Multiverses, a fighting game doesn't let you play as all the characters. Yeah, and that's fine. I'm fine with unlocking stuff like that, but Overwatch was designed on this core principle of picks and counter picks. You are not locked in to your character that you pick at the start. You can change and swap freely. Some characters do better against others, and there's this element of counterplay. That's the base concept of Overwatch design, and now they're trying to change that. That's also besides the point that Overwatch was a game you paid for and you got all the content. Now the game's free to play, you want to sell heroes now. How is that better for me or any other player? It's not. It's going to be worse. And what's Blizzard's reasoning?
Oh,
well, heroes are...
I need to look up the voice actors. I haven't seen them in a while, but it's so fun to watch them. And I don't know who's in the new ones, like for Kiriko, Junker Queen, and what's her name? Sojourn.
Are the single most engaging content that we have in the game, and as we designed this model, it seemed to be a very strong fit to put those heroes into our new engagement systems. Translation. We want to use new heroes to sell you on the battle pass.
Pretty much.
This is a manipulative technique used to drive engagement with the game and revenue. There is no benefit to you, the player, otherwise we would have listed one. No, this is about our engagement systems. Buy battle pass tiers and go fuck yourself. Overwatch 2 is designed around the fact that not everyone will own every hero. Why? Why are you changing that now? According to gameplay director Aaron Keller explained that the game has been tweaked to reduce the amount of hard counters that Overwatch has, thus reducing the need to have certain heroes available to counter specific strategies. Blizzard wants players to have more freedom in what hero they're choosing for any particular situation. That's an oxymoron if I've ever heard one.
Yeah,
the
that
game
doesn't
is
make
designed
sense.
so that not everyone will own every hero. However, we also want you to have more freedom when you select a hero by reducing your options.
It's nothing personal, Jack. It's just good business.
Now, to go back to the sequelitis thing, one bad thing about merging the two games is now you can't play the original Overwatch. It's just straight up been replaced. And part of the reason they're doing that is because they had to. Because the games are so freaking similar, it doesn't warrant having two separate player bases and two different dev teams working on two different games that are just make them the same game. They're the same anyways. It's also like they could not have passed this off as a brand new $60 game. Holy fuck, that'd be a scam if I've ever heard one. And even though I've had a lot of fun playing Overwatch 2 and, you know, it feels like 2016, 2017 again, I just can't get over how scummy Blizzard still is with their business practices. But let's at least give the game a fair shake. What is actually new in Overwatch 2? And what does it do right? Of course, the core gameplay is still fantastic and loads of fun. It's a great game to play with the boys, but I'm not sure if competitive is going to be worth your mental health. So the last time I was really into Overwatch was around 2018. Depending on the last time you played, the amount of changes could be massive or like that much. For me,
I think
it was
they're all
substantial,
massive.
but these are the big changes. Now let's break this list down. Every hero got some kind of balance changes ranging from overhauling their kits, creating new abilities, to Genji, who is perfectly fine the way he is. They've introduced these universal
They're supposed to nerf Genji, Sombra, and Zarya whenever the Halloween event drops on the 25th. 2 days.
buffs to each of the three classes, which is kind of cool. Bastion and Orisa got reworked. Mick Cassidy had his flashbang removed because stuns aren't fun, and now he has a generic grenade. Bastion's self-heal was removed, and now he's got a generic grenade. 3 new heroes have been added, including another Australian, which is nice. What does she say? Like, pick up the pace, you Drumbo? Is that a word?
Yeah.
Drumbo? Junker Queen's great. I love her toolkit emphasizing damage over time and self-healing over time. She's rewarded for being aggressive. I think it's a neat play style.
And I do it well.
It's pretty fun throwing that knife around. Her ult's great. They've got some interesting gimmicks, like Kiriko can make allies invincible for like a second. A lot of clutch plays you can make with that. Yep. They all fit in nicely amongst the existing cast, and I don't know if there's any major like balancing problems, like maybe Orisa is a bit too good. But besides that, the game feels pretty balanced. Yep. Scratch that, Bastion's actually terrible. Here's the problem. The first game launched with 21 heroes and added 11 over 4 years of updates. This is a game that was allegedly in development for 3 years, and it's being labeled as a fucking sequel. 3 new heroes. The big question I had going into this game, would they finally buff?
Soldier 76's ass. I mean, would the 5v5 mode play better than 6v6? Was that transition
So
going to be
much.
easy or rocky? The truth is, it could not have been a better change.
Yeah.
Games feel tighter and faster with 2 less players, with a focus on each team having 1 tank, and it really breaks down the 2 tank, 2 healer, 2 DPS meta. Which
It's
had gotten
so
a bit
much
stale.
better.
In 5v5, you feel like your picks matter a lot more, and dying matters a lot more.
Yep.
So a really good change overall. It certainly wasn't a good impression when my first 10 matches of this game were all played on maps I had seen before. Maps that contained no gameplay differences from before. None whatsoever. The exact same map, different visuals, different time of day. If you can manage to find them, there are 6 new maps and they're all a lot of fun. On par with all the others, Overwatch has never really had bad maps, I'd say, just maybe bad modes. Alright, so there's 1 new mode. So to count out the big meaty chunks, 3 new heroes, 6 new maps, 1 new mode. That's what's new in Overwatch 2. We got Push, where 1 robot...
But they removed Assault, which contained maps, and there are some other maps that they removed as well. I don't agree with that, but the new ones are really fun, and Push is fun.
Robot tries to push the payload, towards the other team. While it's a fun little twist, I was kind of expecting more, considering the other big major mode has been delayed a year. PvE. There will be a big-ass PvE mode released in 2023. That apparently was the major focus of this game, but they've had to delay it. That's where my main issues lie. If you had that, I'd probably be singing a different tune about Overwatch 2 not being a sequel. They launched this early for some reason. A couple underrated additions Blizzard has made is updating the music and voices. Apparently they added like 44,000 voice lines to the game. And to see all these cool characters having fun conversations again, it brings me back to 2016 when the game first came out.
I see you glancing at me. You wish to ride me into battle?
What a preposterous thought.
I really love that.
Archer. It is beneath you.
Really, really love that.
Both brothers on the same team? Better make up before I smashed your heads together.
The new sound design is refreshing. Overwatch 2 is still the same accessible yet with a high skill ceiling team FPS game that I loved back in 2016. It's still fun trying to get good as Hanzo, something
I'm awful
I've
with
always
Hanzo.
dreamed of accomplishing. Oh wow, oh my god.
Are you like a goated Hanzo? What's going on here?
But you know, it is
It feels
fun and
so good to get a
satisfying
headshot
to work with your friends and get better using these characters, understanding matchups, everything. So while there have been some welcome new additions to this game, on the flip side, what Blizzard has decided to cut is really bizarre. Yes, we got 6 new maps and a new mode. Right. But we also lost 5
That's what I
maps
just said.
and a mode. Assault has been completely removed and all the maps
That's what
with
I
it
said.
as well. You remember it was that one where attacking teams would take the first point in 1 minute and then just get brick walled on the second point for the next 7 minutes. Still, it seems like
I don't
a
know.
wasted opportunity to
I
not
like those
at least
maps,
rework
but
these maps to fit other modes.
I'm clearly in the minority on that.
Again, it just feels lazy. Like, well, we can't make the slightest changes to the pre-existing content, so let's just scrap it instead. If this is a replacement for the old game, why are you cutting? Why are you snipping? Meanwhile, I've never heard of a video game that needed my phone number, my mother's maiden name, and a copy of my 3rd grade report card just to be able to play it. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Okay, this is part of that fight.
Apparently 40 people had exposed to damage. Yeah, that'll do it. Yep. Yeah, raw fish will do it. Not pleasant, believe me.
Against toxicity initiative that Blizzard and so many other companies are doing. Now, when I hear a company say they're going to take steps to combat toxicity, it usually means making the game worse for everyone who's not an asshole, i.e. me. No more being on fire, no more endorsing the other team.
Dumb. That too. So freaking dumb. I don't know why they got rid of that. Because people are just as toxic as ever.
You know, we're stripping down interactions. We're gonna be recording your voice chat and using text to speech to transcribe it. So if you say the word bigger,
Start heading for the hills. Yes, I understand Overwatch MOBAs, and to be honest, all competitive games can have toxic butthole players, but why you gotta punish the rest of us? A good example is having to play 50 or so regular matches before you can hop into competitive. That kind of weeds out the chaff, you know what I mean? And it discourages smurfing, it discourages hackers and trolls from just making a new account, hopping back in, and ruining 9 other people's time. It also ensures that brand new players won't just hop straight into that. This is good.
It's so shitty because this is how every game is. Like, they add so many cool new good things. It's like, what's even the point whenever you're taking out the stuff that also was good? I don't know. It's super frustrating.
What's not good is recording the in-game voice chat of players if they get reported. It's like Blizzard might have good intentions, but their lack of foresight creates moments like this. If you have a prepaid phone plan, you just can't play. Fuck you, you're poor. It's like, Blizzard, do you remember the fiasco of Real ID? At least you're not publishing our information, but if you're susceptible to a DDoS attack and you're getting all this shit from me, then I have to wonder how safe is my information with you. Aside from that, there's plenty of fun things Blizzard scrapped, like the progression system. It's amazing how Halo Infinite got absolutely blasted for its challenge-based progression system, and now Overwatch has done the exact same. Fuck it, just add a battle pass. That's all the kids care about anymore. No more ranks, no more leveling up.
No, Overwatch or Halo Infinite is different. I think it's different. They both have challenges, but the challenges in Overwatch are far less restrictive than like having to play a particular game mode with a particular weapon and get like 5 headshots or something. I don't know. Overwatch doesn't really do that, at least what I've seen.
No more cool borders and portraits. Nah. Apparently, being a high-level player meant others were more toxic against you for some reason. Nobody's feelings can get hurt. Don't interact with people. Don't endorse your opponents for good sportsmanship. It's just go to the battle pass. Go to the battle pass. There's no medals or really a post-game summary anymore. No cards highlighting what certain players did during the match. Can't have anyone feeling bad if they don't got gold damage. No more reputation above your name. That was toxic.
Oh yeah, I forgot. During the game, you would get medals for like how much damage you had and stuff. Shit, I forgot completely all about that.
Remember how you could get daily loot boxes by playing different modes in the arcade? That's gone. Do your weekly challenges, that's all you get, and shut up. I don't know, man. It feels like Blizzard wants you to think they care about toxicity in the hopes that it'll draw your attention away from the other ethical problems they keep finding themselves in. Another year, another moral.
I don't think the Overwatch team had anything to do with the Activision Blizzard, shit that they got into. The Overwatch team, I think it was Team 4 is what they're called. They were fine. They didn't have anything to do with all that other shit.
Moral dilemma for Blizzard. I wanted to love Overwatch 2, and I still do as a video game. I wanted to be wrong about Blizzard being a increasingly shitty company that sniffs dog farts, but I continue to be right about that as well. Their confusing and ambiguous, misleading marketing around this game had me thinking it would be way bigger than it is. The team wanted to redefine what people expected from a sequel.
I really don't think it's Blizzard doing that. It's really coming from the Activision part of it. I mean, I know they've merged, but...
Those words stuck with me. I don't know, maybe this is the best they could do, but Blizzard always used to have a reputation of delaying stuff that wasn't ready. Either their culture has gotten way worse, or this is what they think is ready. And some of the developers' comments further illustrate this game as being a lazy cash grab. They hope to fix and add content to at some undetermined point in the future. Where have I heard that before? I'll continue to play Overwatch 2 because it's fun. I'll try out the competitive, but I strongly suggest that you don't buy anything from this game until Blizzard stops being a money-first company and starts being a player-first company. That is my TED Talk on Overwatch 2.
That's pretty good. I agree with that. I still love it though, and I play like every hour of every day when I'm not streaming. Okay, I'm gonna put up the voice actors and then I'm gonna play Resident. Okay, 20, 22 maybe. Does this give me Black Spy, bro? I do not believe that is on my end, because I've lost 0 frames and I'm green. I have been. Again, I would totally admit if it were, but I don't think that was me. Here we go.
Time to raise my APM. Nerf this. Are you even trying? Oh, diva style. LOL. 게임을 하면 이겨야지.
I don't ever play Diva.
Only through conflict do we evolve. One punch is all I need.
They kind of look like him, don't they?
Don't get back up.
Diva looks like Diva. He looks like Doomfist.
The world changed after the crisis. It is overdue for a new test.
I have not played Doomfist yet once in Overwatch 2.
Rocket punch!
Okay.
The voice of your Junker Queen. I am
Hell
insanely
yeah.
honored to be voicing this fierce beast of a woman.
See, she kind of looks like him. Like, the voice actors kind of do look like their characters.
It's been such a wild ride. It's been so much fun, and I cannot wait for you guys to play as the Queen in the beta.
You ain't so bad.
Massive thanks to Blizzard and the entire Overwatch
Leia
community. Thank you
Denise.
for welcoming me so warmly. Yo, Rampage as the JQ. She's
Hell yeah.
scrappy, she's rough as guts. She's a true blue Aussie battler. Oh, and for those of you wondering if she's going to be worth the wait, you better believe it. She's going to rip your head off.
So good.
Robot one. So should I start? Yeah, sure. Orisa online. Orisa online. Do you need a hug? Do you need a hug? Yes. I'll do it again. Do you need a hug? Do you need a hug? She gives hugs. She gives hugs.
I love
She's really
Orisa.
sweet. She is.
I love
She's
Orisa.
also really sweet. So thanks.
Oh! Man, Darren DePaul is so freaking good. Like, I hadn't heard of him, but then he just exploded in, like, the mid-teens. Because he did that Final Fantasy 15 Arden voice. Like, he was the voice of Arden, and then he came over here to do Reinhardt, and I know he's done a bunch of other stuff too.
This is Reinhardt, and Reinhardt, and Reinhardt, and Reinhardt, and we are delivering the payload. Back up, my friends, or we will run you down.
I want to cosplay so that.
Yes. Oh! Yes. 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 Hook. Line. Patchy. All right.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, I haven't seen Sigma voice actor.
Go for it. Just do whatever you want to do.
Freedom is a convenient illusion.
Reboot and try again.
Someone has to pull their weight around here.
Stardust to stardust.
Stardust to stardust.
That music. What is
Sombra.
that melody? That music is playing again. What is that melody?
Wednesday, how's it hanging?
Oh, yo, pretty good. I mean, I spend a lot of time exercising. Oh, I get it. Says not a young man anymore. We're all animals. You take my line, I'll take yours. Deal. By my calculations, I'm a real animal. Peanut butter and bacon.
It's funny. It's super funny.
Oh, are we switching off lines? Oh, I say the line, then you translate it.
Yes.
Correct.
so
Ball
good.
online.
D. Bradley Baker is like the most fucking talented person ever.
The small mammal is impatient. Don't anger the hamster. Get wrecked.
I don't know how he does that. I have no clue.
This is weird. I've never done anything like this.
Oh, this is Jennifer Hale. I want to be
The
monkey.
hamster sends his regards.
I got that one.
Go back, I want to be monkey! Go back, I want to be monkey!
Guys.
Vocabulary not found. Translation impossible.
Yeah, there was a tiny spike there. Doya Gavansky.
That are your favorites that you've said?
Well, I've got quite a few, but one of my favorite is I want to hug you like a big fuzzy Siberian bear.
She's
when
so
I saw that
powerful.
line, I was like, wow, this is the best line ever.
There she is. Bayonetta herself. Oh, what a shit show.
My name's Ash. We're playing by my rules now.
She's pretty cute, too.
They say there's no honor among thieves, but that's not how things work around here. If you cross me, or if you break your word, you'll pay the price. You can count on it. I do what I say, and this will go nice and smooth. And my personal favorite.
Uh-oh.
Bob! Do something!
This is basically... This video should be... Oh, that's the thing that they said. That's just like all this video is oh, they said the thing. I'm gonna clap. They said the thing. Oh, Matt Mercer. Yeah, he's really good.
McCree, more like McNeeds more nerves. You have a tracer? Oh, McCree can flashbang headshotter. They have a Hammond too? McCree has flashbang. Far Mercy too? McCree's job as well. But does he get a shield as protection, an off-tank to peel for him, or pocketed by his support when he tries to deal with them? Hell no. Oh, why is the shield not breaking, McCree? There's a lot of complaining.
Oh God, no! You put this one on the list. I hate you guys so much.
Well, I watched a lot of old spaghetti westerns. I thought my Italian was pretty good. Bona signors, and can I get you something to drink?
Oh, it's funny.
Amazing.
You did that to me,
That was,
Michael.
that was
He's
the,
really
that was
good.
the best McCree line in Retribution for sure. Yes.
Hey, it's in theme. I'm the quick, you're the dead. I'm not good, not bad, but I sure as hell ain't ugly.
And the classic.
It's high noon.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone just goes ape shit. He said it.
Focus kit.
Oh,
Echo doesn't need to be nerfed because she's already a glass cannon.
Right?
Compliment? It feels like a compliment.
Yeah.
I think that's a compliment. For the love of God, get Echo balanced. Holy Overwatch.
love Echo.
Exclamation point. Exclamation point, exclamation point. Yes, yes. Okay, great. So,
Oh, here we go. Genji.
That's some really deep stuff.
I know.
Camarón que se duerme,
Camarón que se duerme.
duerme, se lo lleva la corriente.
Sombra. She's like really vocal. Like with the Overwatch community.
Se lo lleva la corriente.
Se
lo lleva la corriente. Dude.
友人の剣をくらえ
友人の毛をくれ友人の毛をくれ
友人の剣をくら
Okay. Apagando las luces.
Apagando las luces. Apagando las luces.
Oh yeah.
They're all just in their room repeating each other's lines in their own respective characters. It's so funny.
I love you. All right, Hanzo, what you got, my love?
With every death comes honor. With honor, redemption. What are we even waiting for? Marked by the dragon. Ryuga waga teki wo kurao!
He said it.
Ga waga teki wo kurao! Cheers, mates.
Wait, is he Australian? Or English?
Today with a friend who you guys all know.
That's Sombra.
One thing? Everything's coming up exploding.
Guys, we got Junkrat finally. And he's moving around. Oh my god, he's as crazy as you think he is.
Get ready for a shock.
Hello. Guys, this is such a character. I love him. Show me some Junkrat, man. Teach me some stuff.
If at first you don't succeed, blow it up again.
If at first you don't succeed, blow it up again.
Perfect.
No, that's a real.
That's funny. May. Look! She like looks exactly like May. Like exactly.
Did somewhere do you remember any lines you did? What your favorite ones?
Oh, actually, yeah, I have someone. The first one, maybe you like it too. Like, freeze, don't move. Actually, there are two lines that I love. Not the most, but one of the most.
Yes.
You have to let it go. Maybe because I'm a huge fan of Frozen. I really want to change the line into "You have to let it go." And that one, do you want to build a snowman? Do you want to build a snowman?
She should do that.
And do some in your native tongue as well. Some of the ones that you did.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, in Chinese. You mean that two line?
Oh, anything you want to do, just whatever.
Okay. You know, in English, that the ice wall coming up in Chinese, that is 冰墙升起来吧, like this.
Freeze! Don't move! Freeze! Don't move! Okay. Do I sound like you in a crazy way? She was like, you sound crazy. Freeze! Don't move. Oh, I like
I bet that's such a fun environment.
Okay. Give me another one. Hey, chill out! Hey, chill out! I'm terrible. Hey, chill out. Somebody's always chilling out, though.
Okay, I love that kind of girl.
Can you try? What if May were going to say mine? I think she would say, "I'm en fuego." Ugh, I can't believe I just said that.
I'm on fire. Oh, I can't believe I just said that.
That's adorable. You're so cute. And I'm gonna teach you one more in Spanish.
Okay.
Asústame, Panteón. Look at her. She's suffering. Just watch her video and then you'll see how I suffered. It was terrible.
Sorry.
No, you're so cute.
That's funny. Farah.
Farah, beautiful. What you got?
Justice reigns from above. All systems checked out. Ready for combat maneuvers.
I like that they did go to every country and get a voice actor from their actual respective countries that they're supposed to be from in Overwatch. I think it's really cool.
Training and we'll get through this just fine. Aerial superiority achieved. Rocket jump. That sounds dangerous.
Reaper.
Hey, what's going on? End of the day, leaving the Blizzard campus.
I need to know where the bathroom is.
Who is that? Who is that?
Oh, that's Lucia.
Reaper.
Okay. Yeah, I have not seen her.
We would love to see you there. Come. We just finished having an amazing radio show with Mama Love.
Oh, wonderful.
And you all missed the opening show. Because she does an opening show before we even get on the air. And I'm so sorry you didn't see it.
Live with love. Live
Yes.
with love. No question. She's lovely.
I'm a hard man to kill, I know. We're all soldiers now. Try not to get yourselves killed out there. Come here and get stabilized. I've got you in my sights.
Did it! He said the thing.
I'm a man on a mission. Stay out of my way. Get off my lawn.
Oh, she got her hair done like Sandra.
Camarón que se duerme.
Camarón que se duerme.
Duerme. Se lo lleva la corriente.
Se lo lleva acá.
Oh, next part.
Se lo lleva la corriente.
Se lo lleva
la corriente.
I wonder how much they get paid.
You just said you snooze, you lose
Interesting.
in a lot of very long Spanish words.
Yuji no ken o kurae!
Yuji no ken o kurae! Yuji no ken o kurae!
Yuji no ken o kurae!
I think that's Symmetra in the background by that, shit, I don't know his name, the Winston voice actor.
Okay. Apagando las luces.
Apagando las luces.
Apagando las luces.
Oh, yeah.
That's really weird. Anyway, so New York's been fantastic. Okay, Anjali, the convention's over. What are you doing?
Using my teleporter?
Anjali, your teleporter isn't real.
You are trapped in your own mind.
Okay, now you're going insane. What the heck are you doing?
Welcome to my reality.
Oh, little spike again.
Ready to work.
Bring back Torb. God damn it.
I have big plans for you. Let's hear those guns. Oh, I worked hard on that.
He's good. He's really
My baby! Hard work pays off.
And an oldie, a classic oldie now, but goodie. Remember this?
Come get your armor.
Yeah, he got
Hey
changed.
guys, I'm with Torbjorn.
He got changed so fucking much. He used to give people armor packs and stuff and like upgrade his turret to level 2. He was so different.
It's Torbjorn.
Torbjorn. Torbjorn.
Torbjorn.
Torbjorn. You're a dwarf, right?
I'm not a dwarf.
He's a dwarf.
Tracy.
Ever get that feeling of deja vu? Time's up! All eyes on me!
I love it. I love Tracer. It's so...
There we go.
No one can hide from my sight. This time of year, the spiders come out to play. Step into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. Personne n'échappe à mon regard. Ah, the sight of one of my finest kills. That day, I felt alive.
I think it's getting hot here.
I'm so curious on what they make. There's so many of them too.
Nap time. You're powered up. Get in there. There's nothing I haven't seen before. Stick together. We will complete our mission. Never stop.
Gotta
fighting
love
for
G.
what you
Milfana.
believe in. Warihom awitak.
Chris Metzen.
Okay, all right.
I don't know him either.
Not to be academic, but I believe that one would call this being on fire.
Got another one?
The stars are like the trees in the forest, alive and breathing, and they're watching us.
Such a poet.
Hell yeah, Brigitte.
I can start off with, hey, hey. Brigitte at your service. I am Brigitte Lindholm, and I will be your shield.
Hell yeah.
Patching you up. Mace to the face.
My favorite, personally.
Precision Swedish engineering. And then, alla till mig.
Oh no, I just want to go and play Overwatch again. Like right now.
How do you stop crying? It's impossible for me. You just have to kill
you want to be rich. Yoshika, of course. Who doesn't?
I haven't seen her either.
Guys, I'm here at Blizzard getting a tour.
Oh, sorry.
Watch where you're going. Right. Hey guys, I'm here with Sombra. I know. Guys, I found Diva. Diva, would you go to dinner with me?
I have a boyfriend.
You must forgive yourself, brother. Genji got no chill. Hey, McCree, what time is it?
That ain't gonna work this time, Lucia. Step off.
It's high noon.
Thanks, Churbjorn Yarn.
Anna, or not Anna, Mercy.
Love this one. Say bacon one more time. Great. They called me a monster, so I'll be a monster.
Moira, I haven't seen her either.
No, I was just saying that really if it hadn't had said on the front of the script based on a true story, you would have thrown it away, said, oh, they're being a bit dramatic there.
It can't possibly, that's ridiculous.
It's that old adage that truth is stranger than fiction, and it's certainly this retelling is truly captivating.
Oh, she must have not done a convention or something.
A medic's job is never done, unfortunately.
What about the bandage? You want a bandage for that?
Oh. You want a bandage for that?
Or a gun.
Or a bullet.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Love it. I feel like there were a few missing, but that's all right. Okay. I guess I'm going to play Resident Evil for a little while. Let's see how far I get before I shit myself. Okay, let's go. There we go. Let me pull that up. Turn off the lights. And where is it? I rearranged these, so now I'm all confused. There it is. Oh, God help me. Okay. It's gonna be awful. Okay. Do that. Save. Don't show again. Hell, don't show that. Awful. What a crazy opening. Alright, let's do it for the YouTube video. I guess I probably need to turn my voice down a little bit. I look like I'm peaking. Anyway. Okay, let's go. Welcome to this YouTube video. This is going to be part 2 of my Resident Evil 7 Biohazard playthrough. If you missed it, go back and check Resident Evil 7 Part 1. I hate scary games. Actually, I don't hate them. I love them, but they scare the fuck out of me. So, that being said, everything that you see me do or me complain about, you may not think, because I've watched myself play these, it doesn't seem real, you know, you're like, whatever, the guy's a pansy. But whenever you're here in the dark with headphones on, like that shit is right in your ear, it's incredibly terrifying. So, just letting you know. Anyway, let's get this started. Okay. Start game. We're gonna continue. I forgot even where I was. We did meet the girlfriend. And then she tried to kill us. By, like, stabbing me in the hand or something. That's all I remember. I think it's raining outside. What does it say my bit rate? My audio... The audio bit rate is out? Hope it works. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. It's already happening. Alright. Fuck this. Why do I keep playing this? Everyone likes to see it, huh? Oh my gosh. Sound design. Okay. Oh my gosh. It just like immediately puts me in that mood. And I don't like it. And it's also a lot brighter on your screen, the vignetting of the flashlight. God damn it. Fuck. I can't see anything except what's right in front of me with that flashlight. Okay. Fuck, I forgot where to even go. I don't even know what I was doing. Alright. I went up here and I saved. And I guess I'm trying to get out, but then that Zoe, I think her name was Zoe, called me. Okay. That's where I saved. I think I have to go get... I think I have to go get a fuse, or a fuse box. Or from a fuse box, and I forgot where it is. And I don't like any of this. God damn, oh my fucking god. I don't want to be jump scared. You may see me die of a heart attack tonight online. During the stream. By the way, I stream almost every night. So you should totally come and watch me. I don't like in here. You can tell me how stupid I am and cringy. I would if I were you. There's gonna be someone. Oh my gosh. Okay. I watched Barbarian last night. It's a scary movie, and this is like kind of reminding me of that, and I don't know. Don't like it. Okay, so we have some health potion, first aid med, bolt cutters, and then an axe. Can we put the bolt cutters? No, wait, hold on. How do I? I guess I can't do that. Okay. Oh god. Gonna fucking die. I don't like any of this. This is where she attacked me, I'm fairly certain. Bro, like, no. And you don't know, like, you don't fucking know. I don't want to do that. Fuck me. It's locked. Fuck me. Okay. Man, I just... Like, am I just being, like, over dramatic about this? Surely, if you played this game, I don't know, maybe if you played it, like, in the daytime, Like when people are out and about, probably not bad. Don't enjoy it. The fuck was that? It's gonna pop out. It's gonna pop out. Somebody's gonna pop out. Oh my god. Somebody's gonna pop out. They're gonna be hiding. I'm not like hack at it, motherfucker. Like, kick it. What the flying fuck was that? Why did I agree to play this again? I'm all like super excited to play it, and then I get in here, and I'm fucking not anymore. It's like, okay, am I done? We can bolt cutter it. Oh my god. Okay, and there's the fuse. Okay. Fuck! Oh my god, there she was walking. I fucking hate everything. She was walking. I don't like it. Did she walk upstairs? She's gonna be up here. And I watched myself play it, and it's not like I understand watching is like not the same thing. She's gonna pop out. 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 She's gonna. Okay, she didn't pop out. I know shit happens. Oh, that did something. I know how game development works. She triggered a state. And now there's gonna be people everywhere, and I don't like... Oh, fuck!
It's okay. It's okay, it's me. I know you didn't mean to hurt me.
Jesus fuck. Oh my god.
You shouldn't have done that!
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. No,
It
don't.
fucking hurts!
No, God. God damn it. Oh my god. God, don't do that. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. Fuck. Bro, like, girl, just don't. Oh my god. Get her. Oh my god. That's a handgun. That you can't do. No, you're not. No. Oh my god. Okay.
Contain outbreak. Gonna win. I promise. Must burn it all down.
Oh my god. They're like fighting, and she's gone. And I'm like dying? I have no fucking left hand. Like, it is like spitting out blood. That's all it's doing. And she wanted to contain, and they're like some fucked up monsters. Oh my god, you know. Oh my god, I don't want to know. Bro, I don't want to go. Oh my gosh, what are you gonna do about your hand though? Don't do that. Don't fuck do that. She's gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. She's gonna be in here. She's not in here. Oh my god, it shut on its own. I don't like that. Oh my god, why do you have mannequins? Is the mannequin a lot? Oh my god. Okay. What's a gun? A gun? At least we have a gun?
Okay, fine.
Fine. Okay, I feel more powerful with a gun. Alright. Okay. I'm less scared now. That wasn't on the floor before, was it? The anxiety, alright. Oh my god, why the fuck do you keep mannequins in here? Why does all the doors shut? Oh my god, why do they all shut on their own? This house like built on a fucking slant or something? Okay, I'm going in. Fuck you, ghost girl, whatever. I guess that's our wife, right? Oh my god, why do they all shut? Every fucking one shuts. You know, there's nowhere to go. Dude, you should have fucking kicked in the glass window and got his shit out of there. Not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. I'm not. Oh my god. Okay. There's a ladder. There's a ladder. God damn it. She's behind me. Oh fuck. No, no, no. She's over there. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Go away. Go away. Oh my god. That's awful. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh god. Fuck. Good. That's me dying. It's not even. It's not even the enemies, right? It's not the monsters and all. It's like the anticipation of that. Okay, I didn't get the gun, and it's. Okay, well, we know what is happening, I think.
Okay, fine.
I guess I needed to, like, pop her off in the head or something. I just do not fucking like any of this shit. Okay, there's more ammo. What happens if I okay, I can actually do that. Okay. 1, 2, okay. I see. Can I not, like, crouch? Don't think that's gonna grow my hand back. And I'm pretty sure I just fucking wasted that potion. Or whatever the fuck it is. Are there more potions? Surely there has to be like a fucking potion in here. Oh, is there like... There's seriously nothing in there. And she's gonna come there. Yeah, I understand, and it's awful. And no, you go down. You go back down. You go back down. You go back down. Oh no! What?
Eddie. It's up to me.
How does headshots not kill her? Yeah, fuck.
They're relying on me. Everyone is relying on me. Everyone. What are you hiding? What don't you want me to know? I love you.
Oh my god. I think that really did it for her that time. Oh god damn.
Welcome to the family.
Fuck! Oh my gosh, okay. For those that don't know, I have played this several years ago, but I've been drunk for like the past 4 years. Like, it's not an exaggeration. And I don't remember most of this game, so. Yeah, I remember vaguely, and I also remember fucking like shitting my pants during it, which again is what's happening here. Oh, Flag Spike.
Come on. Don't you die on us now. You have work to do.
God. Did she just like nail gun his severed hand to him somehow? Yeah, okay, I remember this part.
What the hell?
Rise and shine, sleepyhead. It's time for supper.
Who are all you people?
Oh, yeah.
Where's Mia?
Eat it. It's good.
Dumb son bitch wasn't no good if it hit him.
Don't do that. Oh shit. Jen.
His boy's got to eat. He got to have his supper. Come here, boy. Let's do this.
What is that?
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, he's not eating it, Jack! He's not eating it!
Get the hell up, Marguerite!
I made that for him!
Get the hell out of here!
You're a son of a bitch!
It's like a normal night in Texas.
This was supposed to be a very special feast.
What is it?
Come on, boy. God damn it! I bet it's that cop again.
That dude's just like not even like giving a fuck about his arm. And I don't know what the fuck is up with that. Is that their grandma? Or something. Like, I don't know who that is. Okay. So, like, grandma's there dead. Okay. What the fuck is up with the physics in that chair? I mean, I guess this looks a little nicer. See, we have a saw, rope, pet collar. Fuck. 20 pet collars. Oh. And 4 ropes. Okay, well that's not great. It's like fucking Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment. Okay, we got herb, however you want to say it, wherever you're from. Okay, no lie, like, I used to, right after my life, like, got fucking obliterated, stayed with somebody that, this house isn't much worse than what I stayed at. And it's sad because it's not even really an exaggeration, to be honest. Okay. Okay, so it's locked. Yeah, trash everywhere. Gotcha. Not the most sanitary of houses. Male 30s lean gumbo. Male 20s portly barbecue. Female 50s meaty saute. I guess this is like, are they have like the cookbook from To Serve Man, that Twilight Zone episode. Okay. Okay, that's very useful. I'm sure programmers spent probably like a goddamn hour programming that drawer to open. Okay, 3 missing during Urbex trip. State authorities are asking for help locating 3 men who went missing during their travels to the Dulvey Parish from New Orleans on the 9th of this month. The missing men have been identified as Peter Walken, Andre Strickland, and Clancy Jarvis. The 3 produced videos for the internet, traveled to Dulvey to shoot footage for the latest production. Their videos consist mostly of the group exploring abandoned buildings and haunted houses. Okay, those were those people that I saw earlier. Hey, this motherfucker got some high quality, hi-fi speakers, high fidelity speakers. Yeah. We have ammo, but we don't have a gun right now. So unless I'm gonna throw the bullets at him, I don't. The Unveiled Abyss. Like, dude, she's gonna fucking. Gosh, alright. Maybe I can break it with something. They took my axe, though. I'm like about 99% certain there's a boss in here or near here or something. I do remember that. And I think the dad like chases you. Not giving me any tools though. You'd think a garage like would have, I don't know, where's my axe? It's so fucking creepy. It's like Bill Rainey. Okay. How long have I been going? Nearly 30 minutes. I think that's probably good enough for an upload. Go a little bit more. Okay, man up, Evan Glare. Fucking once in your life. We're gonna slowly back away. Shit.
slip out before dinner was done?
I thought I would.
Don't be scared.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Come on over and play theater.
Okay, I don't know. Fuck! Fuck! God damn, you need better drywalling. Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, run, 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 run. Oh my god, shut the door, motherfucker! Get out of there, get out of there! Oh my god, there is no. Oh my god, he's chasing me. Okay. Where's the key? I have a key! I have the hat! Oh my god, no! Oh, no, 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 no. Go, 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 go! Go! Hatch! Hatch!
Peekaboo!
Use the key! Oh my god. Fuck! Go! Go! Go!
Alright. Have fun under there, boy.
Okay.
I'll come back for you later.
Oh my god. See, that's even more fucked up because he doesn't want to come down here, which means that something incredibly shitty is going to happen down here. Oh god. Don't we? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got an antique point. That's incredibly helpful for my situation. He's gonna like chainsaw through. It loaded something. See that stutter? Doesn't he like chainsaw through the ground? I don't really. Oh my god. Fuck. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, we're saving. That's a good... It's a good 30-minute video. And we have a house map. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna save. I already did this, but I'm gonna do it again. Alright. That's all I'm gonna play. This game... I can't do this for very long. I don't know. Call me a pansy or pussy or something. I will not dispute that. Okay. So I did save like twice, I think. I've been going for 2.5 hours, and I did an hour before, 3.5, nearly 4 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna call it there. Probably jump on some Overwatch, something that I'm not super stressed out about. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. I have 66, subscribers. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a fucking idiot, right? You don't want to watch my shit, which is fair enough. I probably wouldn't either. But anyway, I do stream nearly every night. So, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm sure it'll be something that is incredibly terrifying for me. So I will talk to y'all later. Bye.